Hey Earth signs, Taurus Virgo Capricorn, your September tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your September theme is courage. So anytime we want to create positive change in our lives, we have to be brave, right? You have to know that what's on the other side is worth rising to the challenge, or leaving your comfort zone, facing the unknown, or confronting something that you've been avoiding. You might need to strengthen your faith in yourself to make whatever happens work for you one way or the other. And you can help yourself avoid overwhelm by not trying to future cast too far ahead, because you only have the power to make the most immediate next decision. And the most effective way to do that is to stay in the present and focus on the task at hand. And remember too, though, you have survived 100% of your shittiest days and your worst crises. And this month you're saying, bring it on. What can you show me that I haven't already seen? So I have pulled a deep, dark, and dangerous oracle card for each sign. So you have the Banshee. So for you guys, in case you're new, I don't read predictively, I read prescriptively. So this is not foretelling that something is going to happen to cause grief. This is talking about the courage to process existing grief that you're already holding on to, that is getting too heavy and it's crowding out the possibility of happiness. See, the Banshees in Irish and Celtic lore, they were identified by their unmistakable wail. So there's a sense here of the ability to access gratification in much of anything being drowned out by this white noise in the back of your mind, because the goal here is to more fully enjoy your life, to more fully experience the time that you have here, and that takes courage, not luck and ease. So if you're blocking pain, you're blocking pleasure too. And so they're really calling you forward to be brave enough to reach for joy and pleasure, and that means facing the finite nature of your time on this plane. Now, also with this deck, it offers a plant companion, which is willow, and a crystal companion, which is Anyolite, I think, Anyolite. So for Virgo, you have, I'm going to set that there. Virgo, you have Valkyrie. So this is going to, it's saying to do it afraid, whatever it is. That courage is not the absence of fear, but the presence of bravery that emboldens you to do what must be done anyway. There is a reminder here that you always have choices and that you're always in command of those choices, whether or not you take that command. And that's what they're asking you to do here in September. You see, the Valkyries, they did not take the best of the best fallen soldiers to Valhalla just to be there in forever bliss. They were choosing the best of the best to continue to serve in the battle of end times, according to Norse mythology. So anyway, the point they also want to make here is that there are rewards for showing up and fighting the good fight. The companions for this one in the guidebook are Arctic Thyme for plants and Ruby for the crystal. All right, Capricorn, you got Chimera. So first off, it's the courage to be messy and unified in your own messiness. The courage not to conform, because conforming, it means to break off parts of yourself, to reject parts of yourself, to suppress and bind parts of yourself. And what that does is it makes you weak because you're not whole. So the diversity that exists within you, your diversity of talents and beliefs, thoughts, approaches, that's what makes you strong, not homogeneity. And so they're trying to embolden you to string it all together to become unstoppable, even if or even more so, because people can't put you in a box and put a tidy label on you and dismiss you into that box and put a lid on it. Your wholeness challenges. And September is the time to access the bravery to be your whole self, and the less sense it makes to others, the better. See, the Chimera, it was not some kind of like Frankenstein's monster of a creation. It was actually divinely composed, just as you are. Now, the guidebook says that the plant companion would be Eagleston's Chimera, which is a form of camellia, and the crystal is ammonite. All right. So for something to surrender in September, you all have the High Priest. This is like the Hierophant, essentially. So it's strict adherence to outdated beliefs that inform the rules you impose on yourself. The need to fit into neat boxes for others and for their comfort and for their consumption. traditional concepts of escalation, like the order that things must happen in your life. Dating, marriage, baby carriage, for example. The idea that you can't start over at any time. Or for some of you, it could be a path that was laid out for you by others and not designed by you for you. Now, something featured here is the idea that just because everyone else is doing it, that's not a good reason to do something. It could be surrendering, falling into someone else's footsteps, or even your own projected footsteps based on your path so far that got you here. Now, this is also a card of hierarchy and gatekeeping. So it could be the need to label and rank things so that other people can understand it and get it. So it's like surrendering the systems that you created to avoid embracing complexity. Now, for Taurus, this is telling you that grief work doesn't have to look a certain way. Do what works for you. You don't have to follow a formula. For Capricorn, this is reinforcing the message about non-conformity. And for Virgo, perhaps there's something here about surrendering the idea that strict rules can prevent conflict, and that being strong enough to face some messiness will have its rewards. So for where you will see the most change, you have the Ace of Pentacles. This change comes in the form of something new being planted or taking root in your life. You could be starting a business. You could be investing in something or someone, bringing something from an idea into reality. Something new is manifesting in the physical material world for you. Now, for some of you, it looks like gifts from the universe, like windfalls. And for others, it looks like you actually putting some real skin in the game, putting your money where your mouth is, as I say. For a lot of you, I do see a big purchase. Like the purchase itself, though, is not the point or the outcome. It's something that you're purchasing to be a tool in order to create the real long-term desired outcome. It's like an education or a vehicle that's well suited to your side hustle if you have one. Now, this is really specific for someone, but it looks like purchasing like a rundown house to flip or a vehicle to rehab and sell. For some of you, the investment could be going into your health and your physical body, like improving your diet, your hydration, or your sleep hygiene. This can sometimes represent egg fertilization, so if that's not on your list of to-dos, do take precautions. Now, if it is, and it's not happening naturally, you could be taking matters into a doctor's hands or looking to the medical field for assistance. So for what will be your biggest obstacle? The King of Pentacles. So as a court card, this could represent someone else in your environment, but I gotta tell you, it mostly looks like it's you. This is the king of the earth signs. But if it is someone else, it could be like the financier, a boss, the wealth gap, a powerful business opponent, a powerful competition. If it's you getting in your own way, it's going to be the aspect of yourself that veers materialistic, maybe even hedonic in some cases. Taurus, this could look like escape through pleasure or luxury spending. For Virgo, it could look like over-identification with the physical and not seeing the value in higher or more long-lasting rewards. For Capricorn, it could be prioritizing other people's comfort around you. So for the, tidy, best part of the month. I know you want me to just get to it. Who cares, right? Best part of the month, you have the Four of Swords. So there is a real opportunity here to quiet your mind and recharge your batteries. For a lot of you, the courage this month is calling you to have the courage to be alone in your own company. For others, it's retreating into your own safe space in order to mine that courage, to drill for that courage that you're going to need once you emerge. But as an answer to what's the best part of the month, you will be able to access that safe space, however it looks for you. So like, what is your charging dock? Is it the emotional safety of a certain relationship? Is it the sanctuary you've made of your home? Is it meditation practices that you've cultivated that help make your head a peaceful place to be? Is it a commitment that you've made to get more rest and not to try to function on too little downtime? Whatever it is there, it's accessible, and it will be effective for you. Or maybe if you haven't figured it out, it means that you will find it and you will figure it out, and you'll have that place to recharge if you haven't been able to find it. So for your influence and impact on others, you have the Ace of Wands. Yes, oh my God. So By displaying your courage and bravery, you are inspiring the holy shit out of others in September. For some of you, this, like, you're stirring up sexual desire. And for others of you, you're inspiring people to create big changes in their own lives. And for others, you are the catalyst for that change directly. Something about how you're showing up is helping others empower themselves or claim their power over their own choices and their own actions. Essentially, like, you're the fire lit under someone else's ass. Now, like, for Taurus, it's your choice to try to move through what you've been through and living life to the fullest. For Virgo, it's your bravery to keep showing up and confronting the hard stuff. For Capricorn, it's being unapologetically you. So for what opportunities you should be looking for, Princess of Cups. Opportunities to play, to bring out your inner child, to restore your sense of wonder. But most of all, it's opportunities for fresh starts, or to see things with fresh eyes. Fresh and new is what I'm hearing. And also a new leaf. Opportunities to explore spirituality in a new way, or opportunities to express your pure emotions joyfully. It's opportunities to be vulnerable and to believe in the unseen, or in your own magical capabilities. Opportunities to express who you were born to be before this energy that you're being called to surrender up here shaped you into a palatable and controllable form. Opportunities to snuggle your fur babies, to spend time with children or youthful people who open your eyes to new possibilities, or opportunities to laugh at the fucking absurdity of everything. For some, it's accessing the fearlessness of a younger version of yourself, only a more responsible version. Opportunities to start over at any age. Opportunities to reclaim something that life has slowly worn down from you. I got excited with that one. For what strength to leverage, what is your superpower to leverage at this time? The Ten of Cups. So this is going to be your capacity for optimism. It's your ability to find joy in the small things, fully embracing it wherever you can find it, knowing that it's ephemeral and not withholding it from yourself until some distant perfect future where it will be uninterrupted. It's your ability to detect and then go all in on moments of bliss where you can find them. It's your ability to experience what's amazing right now without fear of it being taken away, because having it be taken away without even having gotten to taste it would be worse. It's being able to see the silver lining, the gift, the lesson in anything. It's knowing that a full heart experiences the full spectrum of emotions, not just joy, which it turns to numbness without contrast. It's gratitude. It's being a conduit for beauty and light. Just like that Ace of Wands, it's being able to share your fire the way a candle can continue to light countless others without anything being taken away from it, because it spreads the energy. It doesn't sacrifice its own. So, and it's your ability to share the love and fulfillment in all of your different flavors and colors of connection, knowing that it is the variety that brings the delight. And then finally, your self-care directive. You have the Five of Swords. So this is talking about cost-benefit analysis and recognition of the downstream effects of your personal choices. It's the weight of the consequences of the words you speak and the way you show up in conflict with others. So as self-care, it reminds me of the Seinfeld bit where he talks about Night Jerry and Morning Jerry, and how Night Jerry is always screwing over Morning Jerry by staying up too late. So that's how to take this. It's morning you versus night you, or home you versus work you, or the ways you set yourself up for success or failure in the different relationship dynamics, and then the different relationships, how they relate to each other. It's elevating your cost-benefit analysis game as it applies to yourself. Are you wasting energy fighting losing battles? Or rather, like, are you winning battles but for no real gain and just pissing off would-be allies and loved ones in the process? Is being right taking care of yourself, or is letting someone else having something ultimately taking care of yourself when all is said and done, when that relationship turns around and supports you in return? Like Taurus, is the avoidance of pain protracting your discomfort? Virgo, are you choosing the right battles? Capricorn, are you spreading yourself too thin and then showing up half-assed for too many people when you could show up whole-assed for those that really matter. So that's what I have for you, Earth signs. Much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.